I was recently in a spotless home, beautiful, fantastic, so well maintained. But the person had problems, and I said to myself, could it be mold? But I walked around and said, no, there is not the chance, you know. And then nature kicked in, so I needed to use the bathroom. And they had a traditional water tank pretty high up to flush the toilet. And I immediately saw on the back side of this immaculate bathroom mold. I mean, it was like a fur coat there. So they were exposed to mold, and the lady in the household, being heavily electrohypersensitive as well as multiple chemical sensitive, I told her maybe you should try to remove that as well. And they did. And within not a week, but maybe 2-3 weeks, she became much better, not good or well, but much better. So you need to find these hidden culprits, even in your own home. And, you know, you get blind. You sweep the floors, you vacuum clean, you rebed your bed and so on. And then you forget to look behind a water tank like that, you know.
But it's fascinating. So in terms of my own journey, after I saw this video by Dr. Sharon Goldberg, I've had tick-bite fever twice. Okay, so I tried to locate a doctor in South Africa that specializes in tick-borne infections and mold infections, because they are also, as you say, few and far between. You can't find those doctors. Really difficult to find. But I managed to find somebody, and guess what? My blood results came back, and the tick-borne infections remain an issue. So in South Africa, we've got very limited blood tests. So I had to now send bloods to America to isolate the strain, because the treatment's very specific per strain. So I'm waiting for the results now, and in our next recording, I'll let you know what happened. But so I will get treatment for the tick-borne infection now. But then a second thing happened. You know, we're moving now, but in the house we stay, the one day the farm owner mentioned that one of the rooms had mold before. And because of my neighbor getting new Wi-Fi and it affecting me, I had to move to a different room. And guess what? I moved into the room where there was mold before. And at first I didn't feel much because it was winter, and as we know, it's less damp, so the mold growth is less in winter. And as summer came and it became warm, I started getting sinus, and I never get sinus. And if I tell you I don't get runny noses, I don't get sinus infections, nothing. But I would wake up every morning with infected sinuses. And I'm like, I told my husband something is wrong. Then my kidneys started aching. And I'm like, something is wrong. So I actually moved out of the room, and I did inspect the room because the mold was in the roof. So it's not obvious that you can see it. But if you look in the cupboards, you can actually see where the cupboard is pulling away from the wall. Only reason that would be is moist. So I've moved out of the room, and I've cleared out everything that was in the room. I've started doing a mold detox, and the sinus symptoms are gone. I'm still working on getting my kidneys back to normal, but the sinus symptoms are gone from moving out of that room. And I'm mind blown. I did not. I've been avoiding this issue. I didn't think in South Africa, because we've got such a hot climate and often very dry climate, I didn't think it was an issue, maybe except from the Cape. But it is an issue. And
mold can grow anywhere, you know, under any circumstances. So it's very difficult to protect yourself if it starts growing. And as you said, it could be very dry and cold and whatever, and it still will grow, you know.
So I'm busy working on a protocol for mold specifically to help clients with that and to help myself with that, because I think it's crucial to do the right things. And often it's not the safest option to remove the mold yourself. The day that I cleaned out the room myself, I felt very sick the day after. So I've also started doing ozone saunas and things like that, just to get rid of the mold, on top of a couple of supplements and so forth. And things like chlorella to help the body detox.